New Year's Eve.
There you go. Oh, yeah, that's this week. Goodness. Hi,
Happy
Mo.
Sunday.
Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday night. Welcome to Mo and Katie. Hit record and see what happens.
Yeah, so I
Um,
go and Jenny's like, "What are you guys gonna talk about?" I'm like, "Don't know."
hit record, see what
See what
happens.
happens. Yeah.
I am coming to you from Ohio, from the Buckeye State.
Nice.
And I don't know if you all know what Buckeyes are. They are peanut butter balls dipped in chocolate. My sister just made a whole tray of them, and I just ate one, and they're good.
Nice. Do
So
not
there's
look up Buckeyes on Urban Dictionary.
don't ruin my thing.
Hmm?
Don't ruin my thing. How was your Christmas, Moe?
It was good. It was actually really really nice. It was
Good.
Jen and I we anyway, we were able to just kind of wake up and have our own traditions, which is in onesies, and we do stockings and
Nice.
presents, and then we drove an hour to my mom's house
Mhm.
and spent time with her and Bob, then drove 2 hours to her parents' house and we had dinner with them, and then we drove hour and a half back to our house. So,
My goodness, you spent
but
a lot
yeah,
of
it was a lot of driving, but it was nice because we had the three dogs with us, and so
good.
yeah, and you had your whole posse with you too, huh?
Good. Yeah, it was nice. So Christmas Eve, again, bit of a marathon for me. I played for two services, one at 7 and one at 11, which is fun. I like the 11 p.m. Christmas service. I grew up going to one that
Hmm.
my dad would always play for. And I like, it's usually timed at about an hour. So as soon as you're done, it's Christmas and it's just cool. So,
Yeah.
um,
I remember growing up, we had the 7:30 service and then the 11 o'clock service, and I
yeah,
think it was a big deal when I was old enough to go to the 11 o'clock service. So anyway,
it's
so sorry, you went to church, you had Christmas Eve
Yeah,
service.
it's good. I love that halfway through the 11 o'clock service, my watch tells me it's time to go to bed, and I'm like, "Can't do that,
Yeah.
sorry." Yeah, so we had that, and then Christmas morning, Matt and me and our son that lives at home, Micah, hung out, and then our other son and his girlfriend came over at about 2, and then our oldest son, who's married and has a wife and a daughter now,
Nice.
came over around like 4 or so, and we did presents. So first Christmas having an 8-year-old granddaughter, which was super fun,
Yeah.
and loved it. Was fun. It was just nice. We watched movies all day. We had a fire going all day.
Nice.
We played games. It was nice. And
Yeah.
then the next oh well, yesterday I drove to Ohio to see my parents and my sister, and I got to see my brother-in-law, and so we're hanging out and having our family time, so it's good.
And as typical with anything Katie's involved with, Katie and your sister Jen, is games. So video
Yes,
games, escape game. Yeah.
new games. One called Hues and Cues that we particularly like. It's a big color board, and you have to get someone to guess the color. It's kind of cool, actually.
Who brought that? Your mom
My
or your
sister
dad?
gave it to me for Christmas,
Oh,
actually.
nice.
So I'm
Awesome.
bringing it home, and we're going to play it. So
Cool. Yeah.
you ready?
That is
So
so it's interesting, like a lot of times when that was one thing I think it's been really our workflow has really helped me articulate things, because there's a lot of times when you and I are literally playing games like Dutch Blitz or
yeah.
you name it. But that has actually become part of our process. And for those of you who don't know the book called How We Think and Learn or something like that, but they talk about the
Mhm.
spacing effect. And I think you and I live that large. I remember it might have been dress rehearsal day or real day for TEDx in 2024. We were in the green room playing cards, and we were actually playing with Cassie Kincaid as well. So we were playing
Yeah.
Dutch
Yeah.
Blitz. But
Or
I love games, and I love that that you and I play them, and I think that's always part of our work day. When you and I play, we're like, we used to always invite Jenny, and she would say no, no, no. And
it's
then
like,
one
"What's
time
the
we wanted to
word?"
play Karma King, and we needed three people, and then
And then
we
ever
played, and
since
she's
then.
been hooked ever since.
Well, and it's always like we work for a while, we can tell that we need to give our brains a little bit of one. So it's either do you want to sing or do you want to play a game? That's always the thing that we do. And we love these quiet long-term strategy games too, like Azul and Sagrada. Oh, I got the plastic covers for the Azul boards, like I got for you.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
The garden expansion or
Mhm.
whatever. But yeah, we really liked it. And it's so funny, before I left my house, I texted my sister because she brought games too. And I said, "Here's my list." And she's like, "Okay, 3 of them in your list I already have. So you can unpack like Yam Slam, Rummy Cube, and something else."
Nice, nice.
She's like, "Cross-check your list before you leave for Ohio."
Yeah.
But
No, there's something about games, and even like we've been on planes. I remember where were we flying? What gig were we flying to?
Which one?
It
Because
might have been Brigade, but I think we were playing Travel Azul, or we might have been playing, but remember the flight attendant came by. She came by a couple times and she took pictures of the game and she was
yeah,
writing
that's right.
down what kind. I think it was
That's right.
Azul, but
I love
we
Azul.
usually get some kind of comment because we usually are playing with, one of the tray tables down and we're turned sideways and we have blankets across and
We have
stuff.
travel versions of the games we love the most. We have Azul, Sequence, and Yam Slam. And Yam Slam's adorable because it's got these little poker chips that are like this big. They're so
But you
cute.
know what's interesting about Yam Slam Travel is the dice are full size.
They are.
That's what I think is weird.
It is weird. And then we have Kahoot, which is probably the travel game we play the most on planes and in airports. But we also did what's the one where you roll the dice and cross off the numbers? Quicks.
Clicks.
We played Quicks last time we flew. We played a lot of games. So I always bring them. We don't always
Yep.
play all of them or any of them, but it's really nice when we get
Our
to.
last trip when we went to our retreat, we played every game that you brought.
We did, yeah.
At least
So,
once.
so something else that's cool. So Dutch Blitz is one of our favorites, and any of you who are listening, I don't know if you've ever played Dutch Blitz, but it's fun. It's furious. But Dutch Blitz is based on another game called Nerds.
I saw that in the back of one of your pictures.
Another one of the things my sister got me was a full Nerds set, which is basically 6 decks of cards with different colored backs, because that's how you do the scoring.
Oh,
So it would always be you can play Nerds as long as you have decks of cards that are different. Just like in Dutch Blitz, they've got
is it
the
a
cloud.
regular deck of cards? Like
Yep,
the ace,
regular
queen?
deck
Okay.
of cards. So you lay the cards, like you would, but you're playing with your own deck and then you get your colors returned. So I haven't played it as Nerds in a long time, so we'll have to do that. I have this whole it's very aesthetically pleasing. It's like all of these bicycle playing cards, but each one is a different color. They're really
Huh.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll have to
Well, that was
do
one
that.
thing
So,
we always talked about is having a Dutch Blitz tournament, and
oh,
you
yes.
you could come for the cocktail hour, and the pre-hour would be teaching people how to play Dutch Blitz. But Jen will not play Dutch Blitz with us because,
Because we're scary.
yeah, we get a little violent.
I've asked my husband before, would you like me to teach you to play Dutch Blitz? He goes, with the way you guys scream at each other, no, thank you. And also for my birthday a few years ago, Mo got me giant Dutch Blitz cards. That's a good time. There's
Yeah, each
tax.
card is, I mean, it's
Oh,
bigger than a piece of paper. I mean,
they're
but yeah,
huge.
yeah,
Yeah, they're probably like 11 by 14 or something.
yeah,
They're
they're fun.
big. It's so fun. It's so fun.
Yeah, there's something, first of all, with the spacing effect and the fact that we can play games and we can just switch. And what I like about it too, it's a little bit of a Trojan horse because people look at us and are like, oh, Mo and Katy are playing games. Like, yeah, sure, we are, but we're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
But
we
I'll
also
go into,
we know what
but
it's doing to our brains too, that it's productive rest. It's
yeah.
like, yeah. Sorry, what
Well,
were
and
you
I'll
saying?
go into AI and I'm like, I'll list all the different games and I'll like,
That's right.
because every game that we play, it taps into or requires a different way of thinking and a different strategy and stuff like that. And so it's like all games are not created equal. So,
Yep. And they bring out different things.
well,
I
and our
love it.
friend Jess is designing a game right now, and I'm like, she actually has us on the list to be testers. I'm like, yeah,
Yes. That's
yeah.
amazing.
But yeah,
I
love, love,
love
love,
it.
love game design. So, yeah.
Yeah,
And AI, obviously. So,
obviously. Well, good. So here we are at the end of 2025, which is kind of crazy.
yeah. So I know a lot of people, we talked about this before, I know a lot of people make resolutions and say, okay, in 2026, I want to do the following things. But I'm curious how many people look back on the year
Mm.
and reflect. And I'll show you. So let me grab it real quick.
Yay. You can see your Lego Mokolohe when you step away from
Yeah,
this.
I know. She's right there.
Hello, Lego Mokolohe.
In addition to my I love you. So I always wanted a postal box. So Jen got me a couple years ago, got me this postal box, and hopefully I have the combination somewhere, but it's like a Banks at the top.
That's so cool.
During the year, what we'll do is you can see the little notes in there, is we'll shove little notes in there
Love it.
and just mundane things, or significantly traumatizing things like last night. But we'll make little notes and we'll just put them in there. Then on New Year's Eve, we will open these up and go through them. And the reason I say that is because I think a lot of times, everybody's going to the gym in early 2026, or they're eating better, drinking better, or less or more. I don't know. But I'm always curious how many people take the time to look backwards.
Yeah.
And the reason that we do this, it used to be mason jar till we up level to a postal box, but
Very fancy.
I think a lot of times you forget the little things that made you laugh over the years. And because those things kind of happen so quickly, they're just kind of like, they're funny for the moment and then life goes on and you forget them. So we always write them down. So
I love that. I
I'm
love that you do.
excited. I'm excited to see.
I love that. And I love that you're using your post office box for
Oh, I
that.
love this post office
And
box.
we did that recently with our Epic MCs.
Hmm.
Actually listed the year month by month and each event and started to actually turn it into a spreadsheet because Mo loves her a spreadsheet. But we turned it
I
into
love
like
a spreadsheet.
all of the all of the gigs that we got to do this year. And I use the word gigs lightly because to us they're more than gigs. It's an opportunity to go be a part of someone's organization, to meet people, to
Hmm.
connect with people, to have experiences and stories to tell with those people. Like I think a lot about going to WASP this year, going to
Hmm.
Women Air Force Service Pilot Museum. I got to ride, what airplane did I get to ride in?
I think you were in the BT-13, I think.
And I was pulling tangles out of my hair for a full day. It was amazing. But yeah, I got to ride in this cool airplane, and I we got to sing at a memorial service for the women that had, the women that are memorialized there at the museum. Um, I think about, even on the way home, we got to go to the Medal of Honor Museum.
Yeah.
Think about all the Medal of Honor podcasts you've done this year, Moe.
Yeah.
We once again this year for the second year in a row got to MC Women's Harmony Brigade. And that was
Hmm.
probably the most costume heavy. Well,
Yeah.
that Region 19. But like
So,
all of the things that, and again, not just gigs, not just jobs, but when I think about each of those, I think about the person that hired us. I think about the material we got to create. I think about the music we got to do, the costumes, the hair, like all the things we
but
got
you,
to do.
but
Part of
you
it.
know what is the most amazing to me for for all of those gigs, the people that hired us,
Yes.
we're never over our shoulder. We're never like, hey, and I'm always good about sending scripts ahead of time and I will give people the full script. And I think a lot of times, and I always say like people are always amazed at how scripted we are. Um, but it's just a plan to deviate from, right? So, and I'm like, okay, so in everything, I sent everything, and they're just like, okay, but no one has ever asked for it. No one has ever said, hey, can you change this word? It frightens me and it excites me at the same
A
time
lot of trust.
how much people trust us. They're like, I'm like,
Unmerited
hey, we're gonna
trust.
send you the script. Like, we don't need to see it. I'm like, okay, we
Really?
have a bunch of racist and political, slams in there, but if you're okay with that.
No, we do not.
Well, our brigade one had a lot of violence.
It, there was a
There was
lot
a
of
lot of
slapping.
slapping.
There was an oil company that was taken. It was very 1980s
But I
melodrama.
think the other thing in the spreadsheet that we captured was what was the mode of transportation? Because sometimes we
Mhm,
drove the RV, sometimes we flew, sometimes we took the
mhm.
train. I mean, we trained up to Carnegie Hall and just,
You sang on the stage at Carnegie Hall this year. That
yeah,
was amazing. It was an amazing
yeah.
experience.
I got to do something with that. But
Yeah.
here was the big epiphany I had today driving to my mom's. And you and I have been talking about the full stop movement, and you are looking right now at the co-founders of the full stop movement. And I've been looking through everything through this lens about just interrupting the rush. And I'm not talking like, again, not a 10-day silent retreat because Lord knows we couldn't do it.
Oh, that
Um,
doesn't sound fun.
I was listening to a book about a 3-day water fast today. I'm like, okay, there's something else I couldn't do. Like, so anyway, but when we talk about the full stop movement, we talk about interrupt the rush, pause on purpose, and then we were missing this third thing. And it was not just because it had to be threes, but it was like, okay, I've interrupted the rush, I've paused intentionally. Now what? And I was trying to articulate that when you're getting ready to do a task, more often than not, there is more than one way to do that task. I mean, there are cost inefficient ways, there are cost effective ways, there are time effective ways, efficient ways. But a lot of times we have opportunities to do something in a little bit of a different way,
Yeah.
even if it's for our own monotony disruption. And I could not articulate what it was. And of course, the robots were the one who said, yeah, you want to add a tiny twist. And I'm like, that's it.
There it is.
Almost went off the road trying to text you and Marco Polo you. So I'm like, I know you're at home in Ohio, but I need to talk to you right now. But so that's it, right? So it's like interrupt the rush, pause on purpose, add a tiny twist. And I think that to me is what it, and thankfully you liked it because I was in love with it. If you didn't like it, then, I don't know,
We
this
would have to have
business is
another
off. But
conversation.
yeah.
No, but the reason I love it is because when you say it's tiny, it almost takes the pressure off. You
Mm,
don't have to you don't have to think, okay, the next thing I do is going to change somebody's life. It could. I mean, honestly, it could.
mhm.
But it's just that little trajectory change. Like
Yep,
I know
yep.
there are statistics. I'm gonna make a reference that I do not know well enough to make a reference
Oh, we'll
to.
just say it real convincingly.
But if you leave California and the nose of your plane is pointed like 2 degrees, too far to the right or the left, you're going to end up in a different state
Mhm.
than you intend to go to.
Yeah.
That's my sciencey pilot thing there.
Wow.
I know, staggering, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you if you just pay attention and you say or do one tiny thing differently, you have no idea what impact it could make. Now,
Mhm.
on the same end, it could just be kind of something that falls flat, and that's okay too.
Mhm.
The the thought that your brain is tuned into looking for those
Yeah.
opportunities, making the full stop, and then operating outside of your own monotony, it could it really could change somebody's day, it could change
Yeah.
somebody's week, it could honestly change somebody's life.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it because saying tiny twist, just a tiny twist, just
Yeah.
change it up the littlest. It's not a huge, staggering.
Yeah. Rent a plane to skywrite something in the air. Yeah.
I mean,
Although an option.
that's what you want to do. But
Yeah.
yeah, I really love, and the thing is, every single one of us have the ability to do that,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
love it. I've been thinking about it all day
Yeah. Same.
since
I've
you.
of course been in Canva and I made
Oh,
a
good.
graphic
That's your
with
happy place.
the word full stop written out in like an orange peel or a lemon peel because like with a
Yeah,
twist is a drink thing. So I was
I
like,
love it.
yeah. But yeah, I love it because it's just I was trying to find a way to succinctly say the task you're about to do, is there a way you can do it just a little differently? So the example I always use is when I mail letters, um, I will I will put 78 cents worth of stamps, not a forever stamp, not a 78-cent stamp. I will put a 30 cent. Whenever I'm stamping letters, I have a calculator out. I'm like, okay,
I love it. I love
78 minus
it.
37 minus 32 and 16 ones across, so but even if the recipient doesn't notice it,
Mhm.
like it's disrupting my monotony. It's a little twist. And for me, because my dad left hundreds of dollars of stamps, that's one way that I'm connected with him, and I just disrupt my monotony in stamping letters. Is it inefficient? Yeah. Is it more cost effective? Probably, yeah, probably because otherwise I gotta pay for these forever stamps, which keep going up every day.
I
But
know, right?
anyway,
I
so
love
yeah,
it.
I like this added tiny twist, and it's just how can you do it differently? What can you change? Just again, that small little correction.
How can you
I'm
get the
excited about
person
it.
Oh, I am too. How can you get the person that you're interacting with to laugh? How can you like tonight thought about so yesterday was actually my parents' 51st anniversary
Wow.
and we went out to dinner like well, late lunch, early dinner kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the waitress this sweet girl, she's trying to keep up with all of our drink orders and my sister ordered a Pepsi with a lemon and I ordered a Diet Pepsi with a lime. So she kept trying to keep them straight and she actually brought them mixed up and so it became this whole joke. And I at one point I said, I just want to compliment you on your vast knowledge of citrus fruits and just like said it just because my goal was to make her laugh and to
Hmm.
make her appreciate that this, kind of funny thing happened. And my hope is that over drinks later, that's the story she's telling.
Yeah.
Not because I need any notoriety or fame from it, because I want her to feel like we had this connection that was
Mhm.
outside of just her bringing the drinks and the food to the
Yeah.
table. And
Well,
so
and
it's
it also kind of relieves her of that stress of are they mad because I'm, mixing up their orders? Like, it does, in the big scheme of things, it doesn't matter. So that tiny twist is important. So
Yeah,
it's
I
awesome.
I just I just love
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
I love it because I think it is something that each and every one of us can do. If someone holds a door open for you, thank them, but thank them in a different way.
Yeah.
Give them a compliment or
Or,
something.
or I was thinking about the scene in Ted Lasso, because what I was thinking with the door opening is, as you're going through a door, that's a task, right? So interrupt the rush, pause on purpose, add a tiny twist. Okay, well, there's someone coming from behind me, but they're like, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds away. That tiny twist could be just sitting there holding the door and just waiting for them to show up. Like there's that scene from Ted Lasso when Jason Sudeikis is holding the door, and like Hannah Waddington's like way down the hallway, and he goes, she goes, I appreciate you waiting, and he goes, well, I appreciate you not rushing. She just took her
Or like
time.
start doing a game of Marco Polo, like Marco Polo,
Oh
like
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm
turn
excited
it
about
into a
this. So
game, turn it into something fun, and I know that before I love to remember that at some of the variety shows that we've done, that we've had people come up to us later and say, I don't remember the last time I've laughed that much, and I didn't realize how much I needed to
yeah,
laugh that much.
yeah, for
So
sure.
sometimes just doing something silly to make someone laugh, maybe that's what they need that day.
Yeah,
You don't know what people are carrying around, and you don't know what people have just gotten,
yeah,
bad news, or they're struggling with something. You just don't know. So if
yeah.
you can,
Well, that's all. Laughter is always my reset. So in my personal brand, I always say humor is a high performance tool. And like, when I'm cranky, because you get to travel with me, what I need to do is find newscaster bloopers, and that always resets
or
me.
jump scare videos,
Jump
that's
scare
fun.
videos. Oh my God.
Except that turned on as one. But yeah, you guys believe it or not, I know it's hard to believe that Mo does get a little cranky
Oh
sometimes.
God.
A little bit,
Yeah.
just a little bit. So,
Hmm. I own it. I'll tell you. Listen, when you go to a bar and they have a big sign that says Stella, and they have a big bar
I know.
tap handle that says
Don't
Stella,
be hating on the Atlanta airport.
don't be out of Stella. Oh, I was pissed. I was already pissed going in, but then that just put me over the top. Anyway,
One of the things that amused me the most today was so Mo was sharing me one of her. Can you tell us what your in-laws got you for Christmas?
oh my God.
He's
So
obsessed.
it's called Bird Snap. But essentially what it is a bird feeder with a little webcam.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never gonna get anything. I'm watch that thing all day. No, I could go and just watch the bird feeder, but I get like this. I like these little birds that are like they can see themselves or something like that. And then the other birdie will come. Like there was a nice blue jay, and this other bird came and poofed it off. I'm like, wow. And then yes, I have made a slight cameo, just for anybody who's watching.
So she sent that to me, and it was perfect. So I told her, I said, this particular bird is my favorite. I can't find it, but I made Mo. I went and hung out with the robots, and I asked the robots to describe to me in great detail all the characteristics of the Mo bird, and it was funny, and it was
I need
quite
to make a
accurate.
graphic. Yeah.
It made me happy. Let's see, Mo bird scientific description. This is happening because I enjoyed this. So it's got her, kingdom, class, order, family, all that. It says that the Avis Branchius productiva creatrix is a highly energetic, socially magnetic bird species known for its unmistakable blend of productivity, creativity, generosity, and mild chaos.
Mild? That's kind.
Her distinguishing features include her bright, expressive plumage that appear to change depending on the room's vibe. Constant motion even when resting, that's true. A knowing glint in the eye suggesting a prank is either underway or already complete. Observers report that this bird is capable of completing 3 to 5 major projects simultaneously, often while assisting other species with theirs. That is also very
And
true.
finishing, none.
But it's so cute. So I sent her the whole thing. It's got her her vocalizations are sharp with witty commentary, encouraging affirmations, and suddenly perfectly timed one-liners.
Nice.
Yeah, it was super cute. So
Yeah,
that
I'll
was
have to. Yeah, thank you for that. When you sent it, I thought it was for the application we're doing, but I didn't read it. And then you said, "Did you like my birthday?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
It's super cute. So and Mo has when Mo and I are traveling, and working on something, and we're really in the trenches. So oftentimes in the morning, early morning in the hotel, you kind of wake up, you're like, what time is it? Are we up yet? I will look over across the room to where Mo is sleeping, and I will see what we call bird head. So when Mo is awake and all the creative juices start spinning, that's exactly what I'm like, oh no, it's bird head, isn't it? She's like, yep, that
Let's
means
go,
it's
let's
time.
go, let's go.
That means it's time to get up. It is time to start working because the ideas are spinning. So Mo has bird head, and she kind of has bird-like hair too, so that works too. So, so
Funny.
that was one fun thing I got to do today
Yeah,
was
that's fun.
write.
Yeah, I gotta go put it.
Write a
I was
note about
busy making we're going roller skating on Friday for Jamie's birthday, our neighbor. And so well, it was funny because so in our
I'm a little
neighborhood.
concerned, but okay.
Huh?
I'm a little concerned about strapping
Oh
wheels on.
yeah, you should be. I put fine print on there. But what I love about this neighborhood is there's this network of women, professional women, and I love the fact that it's a bunch of women and they're all like the part of the I don't care club, but they do care, but it's like we all get along, which is always
It's a great
unusual when women get
conversation.
along, right? Um, but so one of the girls, Nicole, had started this thread, and she started with a gif of a guy in a Speedo doing the splits on roller skates, and she was like something like, "We all need to do this." I'm like, "Well, Jamie's birthday's coming up, on 2nd of
Right.
January." So all of a sudden it became a thing, and I'm like, "Okay, that's next Friday. Let's get going." So I made like a graphic, and I made a like a
So
graph an invite, and I sent it to Jamie. I'm like, "Okay, is there anything you want to change in here? Are you good with that?" She's like, "No, it looks great." I'm like, "Okay." So I fired it out to
I
San
love it. I
Antonio.
love it.
So anyway, but
I love it. That's perfect.
again, I think about this all the time, and granted, because I get to use your Canva, and I'm getting somebody's money worth because I'm not paying for it, and I probably should, but um, like I could have just sent a text out and said, "Hey, we're gonna go ice skate or roller skating. Here's the dates. Here's the time.
Yeah.
Here's the location." I could have, there's all these little ways, but my personal way, because this is my little zone of genius, is kind of playing in graphics and doing something quirky and putting little Easter eggs in there and stuff like that. So that's the way I add a tiny twist, and I love
Love it.
getting the feedback that people are reading all the fine print of the medical disclaimer, and it says like
I love it.
BYO, Advil, Midol, the Motrin.
I did see that. It's so cute.
But
I,
yeah.
I so when another thing that I thought of when you said tiny twist, so you guys all know I run a music studio and I work with probably upwards of 75 maybe people. And I bought a tree for my studio a few years ago, and it's this little aluminum shiny silver tree from Target. And as I was getting it out, I thought I'll just put this on the piano, it'll be cute. I was putting it on the piano, and it came with these little ornaments. And as I was putting the ornaments on, I thought, "Wouldn't it be cool if I wrote all my students' names on the ornaments?" And I thought, no, you know what might be even cooler? I'm going to put a tiny twist on this. I'm going to let my students write their name on the ornaments. I will tell you what, from my oldest student, who is 73, to my youngest student, who right now is probably maybe 8, every single person gets excited about taking a little cheapy ornament from Target that's this big and a Sharpie marker, writing their name on that ornament and hanging it on a tree with all of these other people who come into the studio
Mhm.
for the same purpose. And it is such a cool way of belonging. But
Yes, there's a connection. It's awesome.
I'm so grateful for that little inspiration, and that's the thing is listen for that inspiration. How can I give this a tiny twist? And I think this is maybe our 4th year doing it,
Mhm.
and they absolutely love it. So it
Yeah.
does not have to be, those ornaments are the cheapiest little thing. It doesn't have to be anything big. It is a tiny twist, and it's just
Well,
it
yeah.
disrupts the monotony.
The other thing that I know that you started doing recently in your studio is you do a month dry erase board, and
Yeah,
each month you put the days on what week it is, but that in that month you also write whoever's birthday of your clients whose birthday it is. And I think you were surprised at how many people were just like, "Oh, that's my you got my birthday on there." And like it means a lot.
yeah,
It's so easy. I love it.
yeah.
Again, it's a tiny twist, and that checks with that mantra to get into the full stop is what did I say it was? Interrupt the rush,
Yeah.
pause on purpose, add a tiny twist. Boom.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So I look forward. I'm so excited about going. I'm really honestly, Moe, I'm so excited about heading into 2026.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited about the things you and I already have on the calendar, things
Yeah.
we have coming up. I'm excited about new things that I have for my business, new things you have for your business,
Yeah.
incorporating full stop into everything we're doing.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a good year. It's gonna
Yeah.
be a really good year.
But
So
before we roll into 2026, I want to know how many people have taken the time to reflect back on 2025
I love
via
that.
maybe little notes or even just kind of looking back like Katy and I did with a spreadsheet. If you need help making a spreadsheet, I am available
Oh,
only when I'm in bird mode, and then I will make a spreadsheet. And then what is a tiny twist that you can put on an ordinary action? Just like one thing a day. I think we should do a full stop challenge maybe in
yeah.
January or February.
I love it. I
So
love it.
yeah, easy stuff. I love it.
It's awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So thanks
Happy
for taking the time to watch and hang out with us tonight.
and happy rest of 2025.
Happy New Year.
Reflect back on the year and then tell us how you're going to add tiny twists.
That's right. I
Awesome.
want to make like tiny twist ties or something.
Ooh, I just want to make little peppermints or swizzle sticks or bacon swizzle sticks or a drink with, yeah.
All right, everybody. Have a good Sunday. We will see you in January. We'll see you in.
Happy New Year.
All right.
Bye. Oh, bye.
Bye.